start racing.
Maybe I am.
You sound way too chill.
I'm just taking a break.
Shut up. What you come to this town for, the weather? Get out there. Always be racing.
How are you and Lucas even related?
I know, right? I got Bobby's gift for speed. Luca got his soccer wrenches.
I'm sure he's pretty quick at fitting an air filter.
Yeah, he can do it in his sleep. Which is good because it's so boring. Don't let him slow you down now.
I won't.
Good. Now race. Go.
Everybody don't know where he is. You better burn it up. Yeah. Okay. Why is kick not functioning? Okay. Alright guys, if you can hear me, I have to reset the gameplay on Need for Speed Heat. I have reset it twice now. I had to try and get the graphical stuff ironed out and kinked out of the system, which I've tried my best to. The reason why we're having streams is because we're getting some kind of graphical issue between the graphics cards. For some reason, the 3060 that the system told me a while back reckon it was faulty. We get all the error beepings and everything we've had over the last 6 or 7 months. It basically error codes went to that GPU was faulty. However, it played fine, it recorded fine, and wasn't an issue. But now we've replaced the TV to a 4K 43-inch smart TV that's got crystal UHD graphics and everything. We've then started having graphical instability with the 3060 card, where if it's got a beard or a shadow or anything to do with black shades, it's putting it into big giant black pixels, or it's showing little black dots, like really, really dark black, and it doesn't show a face, a person's face in its true manner. It doesn't show a puddle or the black border again. If a game's for free screen, it's not showing the black in proper screenage. So we've been trying to track down where that exactly is coming. It's definitely leading to the 3060 card, the NVIDIA card, because the RX 7600 AMD is showing everything in perfect detail. However, then again, with certain games on that, I'm getting an issue where if I'm playing F125, I've got graphical instability, but I've got perfect motion. As in, I can drive, the only problem is most of when you're driving, the roads are blurry and the tracks not exactly fully generating as it should. But if I'm on the AMD card, I get perfect graphics, but then the steering doesn't want to work well on the controller. I can't get the controller to steer. It affects the controller for some reason. And I don't understand why it should be doing that when it's a graphical issue, not a control issue. But when it's going to the F1 outro, it's going. It's breaking the sound up. It's not playing the sound in its full manner. So, to that end, we have ordered a 4060 card. Because I am convinced that the RX 7600, because it's a new modern card, it's a one between the 79, it's a 4th gen, not the 5th gen, because the 5th gen's the RX 7900, which is the card I wanted to be on with the 24 gig. But unfortunately, it's out of my price range at the moment. And we've now just launched the 9070, so the 6th gen card's out, so hopefully that should start coming down in price. So we got the RX 7600 to hopefully solve everything, but as we've proven, it hasn't quite solved everything. But because that card is 128 bits and it's got HDMI 2.1 and it's 4K, 8K compatible, I don't think the RX 3060 is handling the new television because it doesn't have the 2.1 HDMI, and because the TV is higher than that card's capability, I think it's struggling to generate on the new TV. So that is why we bought the 4060, because the 4060 has the same capability HDMI port. It has 128-bit, it has 2.1 HDMI, and it has 4K, 8K, just like the RX 7600, and that's the card that came out at the same time as that card came out. Because the RX 7900 came out when NVIDIA launched the 50 series. So fingers crossed when that card comes and we try that card out, I think I may be back to normal running. We hope. I'm not promising, but we hope we're back to full running. So, this is why I've just done this test now, to see if I can have this game running at least and stream this for you at the moment while I get other things back up and all running, so I can continue with Avowed, I can continue with hopefully the launch of Doom, Dark Ages. I can continue with a game that Volga 145's put me onto, Tainted Grail, on the PC, because I haven't got a PS5 running yet. That's going to be a while. I have got a PS5, but it's going to be a while before I have that console online, so bear with me. I've got a lot of things I've got to straighten out. I have noticed I have lost some subs on YouTube, and I do apologise I don't have the content there for you, but I do have a life to lead. I do have other things in the background. I have all these issues I am trying to work out to give you the best quality streams and enjoyment I can, possibly can, but it takes time, and a lot of my time is taken up with family, other bits and pieces in the background, so I don't have a lot of spare time to work out everything. That's why I've kind of took everything offline, rather than having to limp through, and you guys not have a proper enjoyment of things. So that's why I've done a test now, to see if this game would run graphically without being sluggish, without any lag, any frames being skipped, the network being an issue, because I have the internet network messing about there, but a couple of weeks ago, where it would give me completely 85% frames dropped. It would not let me stream because my KPS bandwidth was just going into red. It was going down from 2000 kbps down to which was about 300, which wasn't capable for me to even stream. So, that being said, that's why I've worked tirelessly to try and see if I can get some games stable graphically that will play without giving me encoding lag, without giving me rendering lag, and without giving me network droppage. It gives you guys a perfect enjoyment of the game. I know it's an old game, I know it's not a very relevant game, but it's still a good racing game. Because as you know, I have moved, for those that don't know me personally on Twitch, you may see F1 Gaming. Now, I've explained that in a trailer in the start of the overlay, but for those who know, I have my original YouTube hacked. So when I relaunched everything, I split myself into 3 channels. I have a racing channel, I have a mobile games channel, and I have the main channel, which main channel I'm now, Avalanche Multimedia. Now, due to other things in the background with falling out with certain people, it put me off doing it. It was more launched at the time in a sense. I was scared of being hacked again, and it's taken a while for me to get back into my normal rhythm in my own head and get back into the enjoyment of things. So I've tied my mobile, my games chat, my racing games channel back into the main channel. So for anyone that don't know, if you go to YouTube and look for F1 Gaming, you will see the launch of all the racing stuff that started off. That will still be there, that will stay there. I'm not interested whether the channel grows or subscribes or not. It's there if you want to watch it. You don't want to watch it, fair incomes. But I've moved F1 Gaming into Avalanche. That's why there's a trailer saying Avalanche Multimedia presents F1 Gaming. So this is the more explanation for those watching on Twitch and watching on Kick. If you want me where F1 Gaming is appeared from and wonder why is this channel streaming on Avalanche, it's because I'm presenting my racing channel on my main channel. So anything to do with virtual racing, whether it be WRC, whether it be F1, whether it be Grid, whether it be Le Mans or bike racing, as in MotoGP, SK22, and a little bit, anything to do with virtual racing sport in general, F1, of course, as well. When I get back round to get home, back on my channel and everything. Anything to do with virtual racing will appear with F1 Gaming's artwork and everything on my Avalanche channel across all 3 channels. So don't be confused, it's a separate channel. It was a separate channel, it's now part of this channel. So it's still one channel. I am formerly known as Avalanche Multimedia, because it falls under multimedia, because it's a race. It's for a game of genre race of gaming. It's racing. So I will be known as Avalanche Multimedia across Kick, Twitch, and YouTube, regardless. There will be live streams of model builds. There will be live streams of repairs and other bits and pieces, or even recorded videos streamed on Twitch and Kick, because you can't do uploads to these 2 channels. But when I would upload to YouTube, I would stream live across Kick and Twitch, so you guys can see those videos as well. But this year hasn't quite panned out the way I wanted to pan out since 2024, because I did spend nearly half a year last year not doing anything, and I was really hoping to get back into a full year this year and getting everything up and running. However, that's not panned out either. So 2026, I am really hoping to be fully active with what I want to be active with and have everything where I want it to be. But for now, just bear with me as I battle through everything, and I am trying my very hardest to get the goal and get you guys the content, to watch. Because I know it's hard for everybody with the American president basically hit everyone's hard wallets with the tariffs and everything, and people are tightening the belt with watching YouTube streams because they're trying to more or less survive their own families, keeping the electricity going, keeping the gas going, and such as that. So I know it's hard to watch people stream at the minute anyway in that regard, but like I say, I am trying my best to be fully active and back when I want to be. So I'm going to end this video here because I'm waffled on, and I'm going to reset this game to a complete fresh campaign again, and I'm going to stream this in about a couple of hours, about 8 o'clock, live across all 3 channels. Fingers crossed. But there's no issues crop up in the meantime. So, thank you, Vince, for coming in on YouTube, and Kurzo coming in on Twitch and YouTube for me. Much appreciated, my friend. I will see you very soon.